Ever wanted to know how Scotland's castles protected the River Forth?
The Forth was vital because it snaked all the way to Stirling, which was the main crossing point between the north and the south of the country.
Make it to Stirling, and your invasion might just be successful. So what's stood in your way?
Tantallon Castle, for one. Situated on the southern coast of the Firth of Forth, Tantallon Castle had a large curtain wall that made attacking it from land very, very difficult.
The Red Douglases were based at Tantallon. They didn't really get on with the monarchs of Scotland.
In 1491, they plotted to hand over the young James IV to the English king.
James responded to this by besieging the castle from both land and sea. He was seriously ticked off.
37 years later, his son, James V, also fell out with those pesky Red Douglases. But after 20 days of bombarding the castle, James V ran out of gunpowder and withdrew his forces. At Tantallon, huge cannons sat on top of the towers and on the battlements. Inside the castle, smaller guns were positioned. Those guns fired on the English ships when they attacked the French Navy in 1548. The Scots and the French were allies at the time.
If you get past Tantallon Castle, well done, but don't get carried away. Continue upriver and you've still got Blackness Castle to reckon with.
Blackness Castle was actually built as a private residence in 1440, but so good was its position on the banks of the Forth, James II nabbed it for himself in 1453. Royals can do that kind of thing. The castle was strengthened big time in the 16th century. Its walls that faced the land were made an incredible 5.5 metres thick, and cannons were placed along the walls to sink enemy ships. In 1650, Oliver Cromwell's men bombarded the castle from both land and sea. Hey! Between 1759 and 1815, the castle was used as a camp for French, Spanish, and American prisoners of war. It was handy for offloading the captured men from British ships. You'll be safe in here. Not. Ships didn't move very quickly, but neither did cannons. It was very hard to aim accurately because the cannons were so heavy to move around. Like this sofa. Make it past Blackness Castle, then you're on your way to Stirling, and arguably the most important castle in medieval Scotland. In 1304, Edward I of England sailed his terrifying siege engine called the Warwolf along the Forth to Stirling, where it was used to smash the castle's walls. The Scots wanted to surrender, but Edward wanted to try out his new toy first.
If you give Stirling a visit, you'll understand why it's worth fighting for.